Yanzu ban buɗe baki na. Kaga kwanan nan na sauka daga aikin nan ban fara magana ba kuma ina da hujjoji na. Amma inda zan yi magana din za ka ga cewa akwai alaƙa da yawa a cikin abubuwan da yake faɗi kamar da can ba kafin shi wannan.
That's his former special advisor on political matters to Baba Ahmed Tinubu, Dr. Hakeem Baba Ahmed, granting an interview in Hausa language. In this interview, he openly declared that in the next 6 months, the North will come out and tell the world their directions. He added that the North will no longer tolerate all these shenanigans from Baba Ahmed Tinubu. He says that if he is to open up to what his eyes has seen, that every Northerner will start regretting their support towards Baba Ahmed Tinubu. But notwithstanding, the North will come out and retaliate in 2027. And if they think that they can rig the election, then maybe there will be no country anymore. As part of Tinubu's way of compensating allies of building foot soldiers, Baba Ahmed Tinubu appointed Hakeem Baba Ahmed on 18 September 2023 to be his special advisor on political matters. I wonder how relevant that is to our economy. But yeah, people must be compensated. In case you are not aware, Hakeem Baba Ahmed is the elder brother to Datti Baba Ahmed, the vice presidential candidate of Mr. Peter Obi in the 2023 presidential election. Hakeem Baba Ahmed, before his appointment as SA to Baba Ahmed Tinubu, was a spokesperson of the Northern Elders Forum. During the last election, his younger brother, Datti Baba Ahmed, was contesting under Labour Party and with Mr. Peter Obi. As a spokesperson of the Northern Elders Forum, he did not endorse his brother's candidacy, neither did he support Mr. Peter Obi and the Labour Party, where they equally did not support Baba Ahmed Tinubu, but they felt they were neutral. As a Northerner, they were fully behind President Muhammadu Buhari all through his 8 years in office. President Muhammadu Buhari's 8 years office was a colossal 8 years. It was a wasted 8 years for every Nigerian. It was an 8 years that was never meant to happen. It was an 8 years that no Nigeria was meant to experience. But yet, Buhari completed his 8 years in office and handed over to Baba Ahmed Tinubu. Baba Ahmed Tinubu has proven to be a disaster, worse disaster than President Muhammadu Buhari, because just merely 2 years in office, Nigerians are experiencing the most excruciating pains in the history of this country. So I am happy when people come out and discredit him. I am happy when there are talks of coalition. I am happy when there are talks of unseating Baba Ahmed Tinubu ahead of the 2027 general election. I am happy with anything that will ensure that Baba Ahmed Tinubu will not become the president of Nigeria beyond 2027. But when I see these Northerners come out to discredit Baba Ahmed Tinubu, when I see these Northerners talking about removing Baba Ahmed Tinubu ahead of the 2027 general election, I always laugh, because this is pure hypocrisy. I know you all want Baba Ahmed Tinubu to go, but when you see these Northerners talking, they are not saying all these things because they want a Southerner to continue from where Baba Ahmed Tinubu stopped. They want a Northerner to continue. That is the stark hypocrisy that is reigning within the Northern political oligarch. They are shameless. They don't have any moral compass to discredit or criticize any presidential candidate, because no president from their region has performed better. Yes, they've had sway to power for 40 plus years out of Nigeria's 60 plus years of independence. They've had the leadership position of this country the most. They've had opportunity to steer the affairs of this country. They've had the opportunity to direct this country to a greater height, but they fumble. They destroy Nigeria. The military rule that dominated Nigeria from 1966 to 1999 were majorly Northern military officers, and they shaped the Nigerians' political and economic trajectory. During Yakubu Gowon regime from 1966 to 1975, Nigeria fought the Nigerian Biafra War from 1967 to 1970, a conflict that deepened ethnic divisions and centralized power in the federal government. Centralizing power to the federal government was to the benefit of the Northern elites. It was also during that regime that we also had the creation of states, which was aimed at reducing regional tension. But the state creation was a tool to weaken the Southern cohesion, while strengthening Northern influence through a greater number of states in the north. Subsequent military regime also saw to the destruction of Nigeria's economy. Abacha regime was particularly notorious for its brutality and economic mismanagement. His administration looted billions from Nigeria's treasury, much of which was stashed in foreign accounts. The concentration of power in northern hands during this regime fostered a culture of impunity. it weakened our institution, and its skewed resources allocation with oil wealth from the south often mismanaged or siphoned off by northern-led administrations. We saw a return to civilian rule in 1999, and President Olusegun Obasanjo was the president from 1999 to 2007. We saw how he did everything within his power to fix Nigeria's economy, wiping off our debts that was owed during the military regime. Obasanjo revitalized our economy. Obasanjo strengthened our institution. From Obasanjo, it went to Yar'Adua, who unfortunately died in office. President Ebele Jonathan, who is from Bayelsa State, from the South-South region, took over from Yar'Adua and fixed Nigeria's economy. As of 2012, Nigeria was rated the third fastest growing economy in the world, alongside India, Dubai, and China. As a Southerner, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan faced fierce opposition from the northern elite, who felt the North was entitled to complete Yar'Adua's 8th term. Because of their hatred towards Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, it fueled the rise of Boko Haram, a northern-based insurgency. Boko Haram was used to discredit Goodluck Ebele Jonathan's government, and Goodluck Ebele Jonathan was voted out of office in 2015, bringing in President Muhammadu Buhari, a northerner. Like I said earlier, President Muhammadu Buhari was a colossal failure. He failed in all ramifications: security, economic, anti-corruption. His regime was heralded by nepotism. In as much as Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a colossal failure, but whatever he is facing today is as a result of the failure of President Muhammadu Buhari. But of course, many Nigerians felt that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu would have done better. He would have done differently from what President Muhammadu Buhari did. If Tinubu has done differently, Nigeria would not have been in the situation where we are today. As long as we are criticizing Bola Ahmed Tinubu for not doing what is obtainable as a president, it is hypocritical for any northern leader, any northern politician, to come out to criticize Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They don't have the moral compass. They don't have any justification to criticize him. They have done worse. They have contributed hugely to the failure of this country. They have contributed hugely to the insecurity that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is even experiencing today under his administration. They have contributed hugely to the poverty rate in Nigeria. The northern region is known today for every negative indices in Nigeria. In times of out-of-school children, high rate of poverty, high rate of diseases, high mortality rate, high insecurity rate. Insecurity is the major concern of any government in Nigeria. Insecurity is one tool that has kept Nigeria where it is today. Insecurity is the major destruction of our economy today. And this insecurity started in the north because the northern politicians embodied it. The northern politicians supported the insecurity that started off in the north. The Boko Haram insurgency that was used to discredit Goodluck Ebele Jonathan administration is the same insurgency that has spread across all over the country. When you talk about the Fulani herdsmen masquerading themselves as terrorists in the north central, they are all part of the spillover from Boko Haram. When you talk about the bandits that are terrorizing part of the northeast and the northwest, they are all spillover from the Boko Haram. Even the insurgency that is terrorizing the northwest, even some parts of the southeast, they are all spillover from Boko Haram insurgency. The people that created this Boko Haram are the northern elites. They created it to discredit Goodluck Ebele Jonathan regime. For having sway to power the most, for all their allocations, for the large population they have, what exactly have they contributed to push this country forward? How have they been able to turn away their region to become a better region? They are free to criticize Bola Ahmed Tinubu. They are free to say that they don't want him to continue beyond 2027. I don't think there is any sensible Nigerian that want Bola Ahmed Tinubu to continue beyond 2027. But if all this criticism, if all this hot take about Bola Ahmed Tinubu is to install a northern candidate, that will be resisted. The northerners do not have the exclusive right to power in this country. No. As a matter of fact, no northerner, for the purpose of equity, justice, and fairness, should even think of contesting election as president in this country again. For the next 12 years, other regions should have access to power at the top level. The southeast, the south-south, the north-central, the northeast, before you go back to the northwest. As long as Bola Ahmed Tinubu is replaced with a southerner, we are going to be okay with it.